time vortex holding me in its grasp of classical Porsches is showing no signs of waning anytime soon. So I will use this time wisely and look at another beauty from the start of the 60s. The Porsche 356B. It looks a lot like that blue SC I was driving, but of course this is the B version, which has a narrower front hood. Of course not for the engine, because the engine is in the back. And the interesting thing is you still had to get your fuel up at the front, and you've got your spare wheel and a really nice tool bag. Now, here you've got drum brakes at the front and at the back. The C already had disc ones later. And this roof is quite interesting. This is the Karman roof. And Porsche wanted more space at the back, so they actually took the winter roof, the hardtop that came with this convertible, and actually welded it in the factory. So you got a car like this. I really enjoy the 356 models. I can't help but think how these cars would have looked back in those years on the roads. Did you see the 356 SC on our channel? This B still has a big decorative slate in the center of the front boot. And, like always, chrome is king. Continuing with the chrome theme, look at these lovely hubcaps, or the nice slates on the rear of the car. Now at the back, possibly the most important thing, the engine. This is the 1600 Super, which means 1600 cubic centimeters of capacity, 4 cylinders, boxer, air-cooled, of course. It's got 2 double carburetors, and it doesn't have 60 but 75 horsepower. Later on there was an S version with 90 horsepower. Crazy. In stark contrast with the beige outside is the red interior. You also notice the simplicity of the steering wheel and instruments. The rear seats do exist, but are really only suitable for very thin people. Porsche did think about extra luggage though, so the rear seats can also collapse. Another interesting tidbit is that this is the last Porsche that had a cabin fuel valve. I'm in the 356B now, and it is just such a beautiful car to me. I love this beige color, and even the dash is in the same beige. Now the engine, like I said before, these engines have their own characters. This one does as well. It likes to stall, but you know, these are the old classic engines. You gotta learn their character and learn what to do, not to stall them, like I probably will now when I try to turn around. But it's actually rather nice to drive. It doesn't have any power steering, but you don't actually need it because, well, oh, here's reverse. And I didn't actually stall it. Well, that's good. Yeah, you don't actually need any power steering. Even when standing still, it's actually surprisingly light. Not light in the modern sense, but yeah, nothing I would say, oh, this is impossible. All right, second, there we go. I got a beautiful instrument cluster. I love the steering wheel. It's so, well, retro, classic. It's got this nice chrome the Porsche in the middle. I like the black color of the steering wheel. It's just lovely. And the seats, as before, like in the SC for example, bouncy and very comfortable. And of course, this roof, it's white, and it just gives you a feeling of more space than there actually is, because in fact the roof is quite low and close to your head. But I love this car. So much fun to drive. If you think I babbled all over the place in the car, you're right. But these classic Porsches just lull me into a haze.